With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set! Greystone, Travis!
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
20!
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Folk's kick is good, and the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
On the give, this is their fullback. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Here we go! Recon, 132 fire! Hey, 2! Hey, Haywood! Hit it!
Now Lawrence on first down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Complete to Gus Edwards. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and
Now Newton. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. Touchdown! Jerry Rice, 47 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Jerry Rice in the end zone is a sight we are sure used to seeing. Not only does he have the most receiving touchdowns in NFL history, he was also the fastest to get to 100.
It took him, I think we've got it here, 120 games to get to 100. Just staggering.
A staggering number, but you have to remember with Jerry Rice, it wasn't just great hands, it wasn't speed, it was the collective, the work ethic to prepare, and the route running that was second to none.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarter.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Hey, high 7.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for a
We go.
11-0 our score after 1.
With the score, NFC 11, Ravens Ravens nothing.
Here we go. Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, exit.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ready to go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man is Michael Irvin, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Eight. 20.
Newton now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for an NFC.
On first down, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Hey, orbit.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he
got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Julian Edelman. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds, so this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo! Let's go!
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, Delta!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Stop made by Reggie White. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash.
Ball's coming out quick.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton, that'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Newton to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
That's good for an NFC.
To the air again, Newton. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
20. Gun. Gun.
Here's Newton. And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Newton now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing.